Happy Sunday to you guys. Welcome to another episode of the Knucklehead Chronicles podcast live stream. We are broadcasting live from the Knucklehead Chronicles podcast studios here in Columbia, Missouri. And I got my boys with me. I got D Good and Kev in this building. What's going on? Our guest is in the background, in the green room, and we're gonna get ready to get crunk here. So he is having a field day.
See you, young man.
Oh my goodness, it's gonna be a long show. It's gonna be a long show. So if you're in the broadcast, please make sure you go ahead and share the broadcast out. Please share it to YouTube. You can see Messenger and all of that. So let me go ahead and run the intro. I'll get back and run the intro. There it is. Let's do this. All right, and welcome back to the Mix Show. The title, I guess I was lazy this week and didn't change it. So please forgive me if you read that. But again, welcome to another episode of the Knucklehead Chronicles podcast. Please share the broadcast out. Fellas, if you haven't shared it yet, please go ahead and share it while you're in.
Share that.
So we are in here today. So the first thing we always like to do is like to get a gauge of how my fellas have been doing this week, man. Dwayne, how was your week, brother?
Oh, it's a beautiful week. You know me. Every day above ground is a good day, so no complaints.
There you go. Kev the Great, man. What's going on? How was your week? I know you had some stuff happen this week, man. So what's going on with you? It looks like I lost him. Looks like I lost him.
Yeah, it looks like he froze up.
He's got the froze. Okay, you got the froze.
Tink.
Oh man, that sucks. Maybe he'll catch on. And we'll go ahead and pull him off the camera. There you go.
Yeah, he's gonna say this.
Oh, Kev, you're back, brother.
Yeah, I'm back. All
right, what's up? How was your week, man?
Roller coaster for me.
Okay.
I've had as y'all know, I don't know, for my followers, I've had a couple of things that happened in my life recently. I found out that my uncle passed away. One of my favorite uncles. Man, you talk about a pride and joy. Someone that took a pride in making people laugh. Just like my dad. He reminded me of my dad when it came to having a good time, conversation, cracking jokes, making people feel good. And then early this morning, I lost my cousin to cancer. So I've been, this 2020 has been a number on me already. So if I can encourage everybody, just pray, love tell your loved ones, your close family, you love them. It's been, and then earlier this week, I cut my finger with a really sharp knife. So yeah, I mean, y'all can y'all see the gist of this is pain, I guess, if you will.
Sound like you got some good stuff coming your way then.
Yes, sir.
Hey man, I'm waiting for my hands to itch so I can get something out of it, man. If anything, just I'm waiting on God blessing somehow, some way to make it, out of this. It's just been rough. But hey, I went to church today. Church was great. My pastor's bit was a blessing to me today. So yeah, it's been good to me. Today was a good day.
You gonna make it out? You're a soldier, man.
Yeah,
we What's up, E from T?
What's going on, fellas?
Boy, how was your week, brother?
Bro, I've been it's been pretty good, man. It got better at the latter, as the old folk would say, at the latter end of it.
Yes, sir.
It's good, man.
That's good. That's good.
You know what they say? It gets louder, better.
Only we would understand.
That's what's up, man. Listen, man. I'm gonna need for you. I know I had tagged your wife in a post on promoting this, and I said, make sure you tell Ephraim. I tagged you to tell him. So I'm gonna need I don't know that the ETA on that Facebook page, but as soon as you get it though, let me know. Let me know. All right, look, Kev just left, so I don't know if he's gonna do Say It With Your Chest this week. So we'll go ahead and bypass that. So listen, we'll go ahead and do this. We just came back and see. Hold on 1 second. And okay, a few things before we get started. Of course, you guys know that we are across this nation here on I see you, Kev, on patreon.com at KCP Podcast 2021. Also have merch down there in the merch store at teespring.com/stores/KCP Podcast. Please use the promo code DeGuru to get $10 off of your entire order and free ship to get free shipping. So when you go and buy you a t-shirt or a hoodie or whatever, I'll make sure you put one of those codes in so you can get the merchandise for those discount codes. Also, you can follow us on the web at Knucklehead Chronicles Podcast.com. If you during the week want to get some that weekly inspiration, go ahead and do me a favor and text the word Knucklehead to 84576. That way you can get the send out an inspirational word, but I haven't got anybody to join yet, so I haven't started it. But once I do, though, you'll get a inspirational word from me every day. Also, you can download the Live 365 app and search soundmachine.fm, and you'll be able to catch this broadcast live on Tuesdays at 3 p.m., which I always miss because Tuesdays I'm at work and I completely forget that that we're live. I'm sorry, Lynn, if she's in here.
Yeah.
Kel's rocking his t-shirt. That's what I'm talking about right there. Let me move this balance so you can see that.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead. Can I flex? I just want to flex it one time. Yes. These shirts are extra comfortable. We wore them to church today. My lady wore hers, and this man, we had church and flex.
Twinning on a Sunday.
I appreciate that, man. I really did. Makes my heart.
By the way, shout out to some of my family members, Papa Scott, Victoria, Haley, and her boyfriend. They buying the hoodies. They rocking with the gear, the Knucklehead Chronicles podcast gear. Mm-hmm. So I appreciate them for showing the love for us.
Really do.
In that matter, we're gonna spread the love over here in Texas. We're gonna spread the love.
I truly appreciate y'all. I really do. All right, so listen, man. Kevin, you got to say it with your chest this week?
You know it. Oh, you know it. You might not like it, but you know it.
Oh, that's scary. That's scary.
Ephraim, you got to back me up on this one, Ephraim. Dwayne, you got to be patient.
I got you,
bro. Oh boy. All right, let's run it. Now it's time. That's the wrong one. That's the wrong one.
Sound like old Michael Baisden.
Get ready, cause it's time for
Say It With Your Chest,
only on the Knucklehead Chronicles podcast.
All right, Kevo, you up?
All right, we're gonna start this real nice and slow. Actually, no, we're just gonna jump into it. My Say It With Your Chest day today is going to be for those of you that are movie critics. I know Terry wants to say something about it.
Don't do it.
I'm gonna do it. Y'all gonna hate me, but hey, chew me out later. But Coming to America Part 2. Watched it, loved it. It was great, nostalgic. Everything that you want in the movie. If you didn't pay attention to it, it was not going to be funny because it had a lot of characteristics, a lot of the plots, everything growing for laughter, the comedic part of it. A lot of people are comparing it, which is very, it's not fair for you to, compare that movie to the OG movie. It's not the same. It's not meant to be that way. But I posted on Facebook, hey, I'm watching it. I'm already laughing. And the first thing I get, I want to fight y'all, is people hitting my inbox. I'm going to box y'all for in my inbox telling me it's not funny. Throat punch right there. You can't tell somebody, you know, which is why I'm telling y'all now. I'm gonna say it out loud. I want y'all to hear me. Don't tell people it's not funny. It's not funny to you. That's your opinion. But let other people try to enjoy it. Like me, I got a kick out of it. I laughed, especially at the very end. It was when they brought out Randy Watson. Oh, sexual chocolate. Oh, that was it for me. It was it for me. And I got a really good laugh out of it. It was very I loved it. I love me some Eddie Murphy still to this day. He's very funny. I think he can still his legacy with, you know, a couple of other movies that I also posted about. But and Terry is one of them. Yeah.
Terry can't speak on movies.
Terry said about the movie Life Part 2 or
we'll get to that. Because you might not hear the week.
So we going back and forth there. We just gonna switch it. But yeah, man, look, man, when it comes to movies, I'm gonna end it with this. When it comes to movies, let other people enjoy the movie. Don't just say, it's not funny. Yeah, it's not funny to you. You can put it wasn't funny to you, but it, you know, give people the opportunity to enjoy the movie before you ruin it without saying what it was about. You know, that's really something that really irks me, and it grinds my gears. Woosah.
And that, folks, this week is say it with your chest, Gab. Stop it. All right.
Get ready, because it's time for
Say it with your chest.
only on the Knucklehead Chronicles podcast.
All right, y'all, we back. We're gonna get into the meat of the podcast and the reason why you guys came today. That's all here. My guest today, she sent me a whole list of stuff that I'm not gonna read. Who's that? I hear that. Who's that in the background? That's you, Kev? Okay. Tell Jen to be quiet. We live, baby. All right. So my guest today that we have, she is a wonderful, wonderful woman of God. Dwayne tagged me in a video she was doing last week. And I'm like, oh my goodness, this is gonna be on us? Okay, cool. But she is, and I'm gonna read some of this because I can't read all this. This will take me the whole show to read this. Yeah? All right, and she's an Atlanta native, certified peer support specialist and owner of Mass Exodus Life Coaching and Peer Support LLC. She's going to provide that cognitive behavioral life coaching and peer support to women who have survived the sex industry. We're going to stop right there. Today's show is from the pole to the pulpit. Yeah, there you go. Thank you. From the pole to the pulpit. So we're going to welcome our guest. I had to ask her how to pronunciate her name because from where I'm from, I would have butchered that bad boy 3 ways from Sunday. But Miss Sayuri Smith Timmons with a T, not an F. I've been saying Simmons all week. So we're going to bring her aboard. Let me get her camera going. And Miss Sayuri, thank you for joining us. We appreciate you.
Hi.
So this part of the show, Mr. Good is actually hosting this week. So Dwayne, take it away, good sir.
Okay, so we're gonna just jump right into it. We got a whole lot of meat that we can pack in here. We got a little bit of time. Okay, there we go. Yeah, we got a whole lot of meat that we can pack in here, but we're gonna let the show kind of take its own shape. But we're gonna be moving around a theme. We're gonna let Sayuri tell us a little bit of yourself. First of all, you guys saw or you heard the intro by Terry. So we're gonna be as gritty as we can. Am I having connection issues now?
No, you're good.
Can you guys hear me fine?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So we're gonna start by, let's see, this I know is gonna be good because I ain't had AT&T in a month now, and this is the first time I had a connection issue. So I know it's about to be fine. But we're gonna be real, we're gonna be raw, and we're gonna be vulnerable and have a whole lot of truth in today's discussion. Miss Smith, she's She's seen everything that you could see in the industry. She's got experience, but unlike most people who do a lot of talking, after she changed, she didn't stay away. She didn't come from the bad neighborhood and then got her stuff together and then never went back to the neighborhood to help anybody else get better. But she's kind of like the Harriet Tubman. I don't want to say it like this, but there's no other way. She's like for Atlanta. If you've ever been to Atlanta, one of the things that Atlanta is known for outside of its wings is the strip clubs.
Yes, sir.
And
the wings, okay.
And see, that's what okay. But you don't. I haven't seen, and I haven't heard of any mainstream person, somebody who's worked in the industry who actually cares about the people who are still there. And it's a whole lot to this that we don't get a chance to see often, you know. So what we're gonna do today is we're gonna dive in and we're gonna humanize the people who go through this phase in their life. And we have an opportunity to ask questions and hear it from the horse's mouth, so to speak. And then we're going to see why it's important to go back and be a change. So I'm sorry, you can go ahead and tell us. You don't have to be detailed in this part because we're going to get to some questions, but go ahead and let the people know who you are on the personal side, as personal as you want to get anyway.
Okay. Hey, everybody. My name is Sayuri Smith-Timmons. I am an author. I am a peer support specialist, which means that I help people transition and focus on mental health recovery. I also I am a consultant for organizations that help women who are transitioning from sex work. I was an adult entertainer, which means that I got naked and danced for money, and that's all. And so a lot of times when people say sex work, for me, honestly, I didn't think it was sex work. I didn't even know that was in the same family until I started helping and trying to work with other people. I mean, if you're in the industry and you're trying to leave and you really can't leave, then they find me and they make me talk to you. Well, they don't make me talk to you, but like I'm the person that's talking to you. And you still got my name wrong. You said without an S, and you still put it. Anyway. So
give him a virtual throw punch. Do it. Go for it.
Come on, dog.
You say when they can't get out, you come get them.
No, I don't go get anybody. I mean, a lot of the organizations reach out to me for me to talk to the women that they talk to or that they have.
I've heard of.
So I'm stripping. I'm shaking all this, and then I want to get out of it. But what got me locked in, like the strip club.
A lot of times, no. The addiction to money, addiction to drugs. I mean, just think about power. You know how much power?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so you remember when Ghost was trying to leave? You just can't walk away. You know what I'm saying? Like you got stuff going on still. So you're trying to transition. You're trying to shift, and it's really hard. Even if you find a good job. I mean, so many women who have PhDs. They got master degrees. They cannot leave, and it's like a thing where that's what they're used to doing. Trying to get used to not making fast money is a whole exercise in itself. You know what I mean? Yeah. If you have experience making fast money, period.
Yeah.
Is that going backwards? I mean, it takes a lot of effort, and then a lot of times it's compounded with addiction issues. We got drug, alcohol. You got people trying to get their kids back. It's just a lot of things that's going on in their life, like crisis management, and honestly, the ironic part is that a lot of times when you're leaving, you don't have anything to take with you. You know what I'm saying? Like you don't have nowhere to stay. You don't have no car. Your money is going to be gone because you're going to leave the club. So it's like, you need support. And so the organizations that I work with, they actually provide some of those things. But what they don't have is the emotional, mental, and spiritual support. That's where I come in at.
And see, hold on just for a second. Let's because we're gonna get back there, but and just so you know, I even wrote it down on the little 5x7 index card, right? So here's the areas where we're gonna touch, and the only reason I stopped because we're already jumping into some of those things, but I wanted to go into like a sequential flow. So,
Okay.
with that being said, the things that we're going to talk about, or we want to get, and we're going to get into the weeds in, is what brought you to the game, what kept you in the game, what made you leave the game, and now that you're in the position that you're in now, what rules and principles do you expose people who are in the game? What basically your experience. So before we get to what brought you in the game, how did you grow up? What was life like growing up?
I had I had my mom and dad up until I was 5, 6 years old. My dad left. And then I had a little sister. It was me, my mom, and my baby sister. We grew up in church. I got baptized when I was 7. I grew up doing the Easter speeches. My mom made me memorize some things. I couldn't even read them off the little paper.
Absolutely.
I hate those people.
Oh my God. So so I knew who God was as a child. I grew up dancing, ballet, tap, clogging, like the river dancing people, the people from like the Celtic dancing, the river dancing people. I got in
in the name of Jesus.
Do you still have your clogs?
Yeah, I actually clogged for show and tell in 4th grade. That was my thing that I brought.
Wow.
But anyway, so like dancing was my thing. You know what I'm saying? So MC Hammer was my favorite. I wanted to be a fly girl. I wanted to be a fly girl. Really, I wanted to be a fly girl. Like, I really didn't feel like I could be an MC Hammer dancer. I really wanted to, but like, I'm like, but because there was just so many of them, right? I'm like, they can put me in. They got everybody else. But so I wanted to be a fly girl on In Living Color. And so I was preparing for that time. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what I got my dance routines, every Friday night, we press and record, we record the mixes.
Absolutely.
And then we putting together the little routines. So, cause my mama told me, she said, look, if you make MC Hammer, what you gonna do? I'm like, oh my God, play my song. I got my tape in my pocket. You know what I mean? Like, who got a radio? So, I'm ready to ride out, I'm ready to just make it happen wherever. And also, I used to win dance contests. I never lost.
So
I never lost.
Never lost. Say that again. Hold on. What you what? Undefeated, never lost. I never
lost. I never lost in my life.
Never lost.
So
never. So my what?
So let me ask you this: in your dance country, you're undefeated in those. So what was your routine like? Was it a mixture of clogging and breakdancing?
Why are you?
There's a robot in there.
No, man, I'm doing, what I'm saying? We doing Bartman, we rag topping, backhand bouncing.
Oh Lord,
okay. Brown. I mean,
you telling your age.
Yeah, I'm telling you. Listen, it's very important that you capture the era that I'm talking about, because it don't have nothing to do with what's now.
Right.
It's very important. We got to have a history. We got to have the essence of what it was. What it is now.
Yeah. So you what you're talking about is pre 99 when you heard this for the 1999 takeover.
Like whoop, there it is. Like all of the whoop, all of the like the
85 South.
Hold up. Crew.
Poison Clan.
Town players.
Hold up.
Black Pack.
This guy right here has hammer pants, so don't let this confuse you now. He was trying to battle you. He was looking for you back then. Don't let this confuse you.
I'm telling you, I got the hammer and the paddle leather shoe.
So basically, there'd be a house party and Sydney and Sherane show up and just clear the house with everybody. That's what happened. Sure.
No, I mean, you know how it is. It's like, everybody dancing. They're like, you out. And then I'm always left, and there's always one other person, and I'm like,
got you.
And I get them, I get them. So for me, like
type stuff.
Yes, I love those kind of movies.
Ozone.
Yes. Mm-hmm. So, and then to win money on top of that, it was like, man, who next, man? I'm trying to get this little money. Then to listen to the radio and then hear, it's $500 contest. It's like, hold on, who got $500 for? Because I'm ready. I stay ready. And then, and my mama green just like me. She like, I'm like, Mom, where is that? I want to go to Magic City. She said, I think you got to be 18 to get in there. I'm like, okay. And we just going by life. So we don't know, that the club they're talking about is strip club. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Didn't know. Then I saw some music videos. I saw one particular music video, which changed my life. I seen the women on the stage dancing with the bikinis on. They was throwing money. I'm like, oh, okay. All right, okay. So I'm thinking in my head at 11, 12 years old? I think 11. I'm like, oh wow, so whoever danced the best get all the money. You know what I'm saying? Like that made sense to me. Like, why would they just throw money at them? That don't make sense. So in my head, I'm like, they dancing, they got their bathing suit on. I guess it's hot. I don't know. They're gonna figure out who's gonna get the money after all of this is over. And so I was like, Lord, I want to be a dancer when I grow up. I want to get some money and dance. That's what I want to do. Lord, that's what I want to do. I want to be that. I want to be up there with them. So I left it alone. Fast forward, I was like 16, between 16, 17, 18. I was in a very, very crazy relationship with somebody very controlling. And so in order to like get him to leave me, I said, you know what I'm gonna do? I really am gonna be a stripper. And in the meantime, of course, I'm watching Jenny Jones and I'm watching all the little talk shows, and they like, we make $1,000 a day or whatever. And I'm like, that sounds like a lot. You know what I'm? And they're like, oh, and I have never seen any of those people who was like, it's me or the club, pick a man.
Wow.
They're like, bye. And I'm like, oh, what kind of job is that? So when I was in a relationship, I'm like, you know what? I need to figure out a way to make myself less appealing to him. And also, I think I did. Then I said I wanted to do that. Yeah, I do. So I figured out how to get up in there. I just went up in there like, yeah, I'm trying to be up in here with y'all. And it was 6 months after I graduated from high school. I was like, yeah, I don't want to go to college. I'm trying to get money.
Hey, Ashley, what's up on YouTube?
So you literally started stripping because you tried to get rid of a dude.
That was the thing that pushed me.
Wow,
that was motivation.
That was the thing that pushed me. That was the thing that, because I mean, he wouldn't leave me alone. I tried to break up with him like 4 or 5 different ways. He didn't get it, and you know, he was one of the people that like, oh my God, if you got on too much lip gloss, you a hoe. Oh my God, you got some big old earrings, you a hoe. Why you bouncing your shoulders? Why you doing all that? I'm like, sir, you didn't even know I know how to actually dance. Like, he was so controlling.
Yeah.
That's from high school. And actually at homeroom in 12th grade, one of the girl that sat behind me was a dancer.
Wow. In high school.
High school.
She wore she wore her shoes to school. I was like, okay.
She wore her jail shoes. What is it? Is it jail shoes or?
Hey, look, you said jail, G-E-L, but if she in high school, ain't that J-A-I-L for whoever get caught?
But she had got kept back though. She got kept back.
Oh, she was. She like.
I guess.
Man, she was.
I don't know. She wasn't grown.
Okay, so
she thirst trapping.
You know, she wasn't 20 nothing.
Wow.
So I'm gonna let it go. I'm not gonna throw her under the bus. I did ask her a couple of questions though about where I need to go to get my little paperwork together. She let me know.
That fake ID.
So
no, you ain't gotta have no fake ID. You can start dancing at 18 years old.
Oh my God.
You can vote. You can dance, I guess.
Hey, yeah, you can. Yeah, that's what I see it.
Yeah.
That is awesome sauce. But here's I have a question. Let me ask me this question real quick. The first thing you said, what was profound to me, you said, when you were how old when your dad left?
5, 6.
5. 5-ish. Have you been able, in all the years from 5 to now, have you been able to reconcile with your father?
Yeah.
Okay. That's good. A lot of people
don't. That happened. I mean, we was actually best friends when I was little. Like, he was my best friend. When he was cheating on my mama, he took me with him. It was pretty traumatic. But like we were very, very close.
Your relationships?
Yeah. Yeah, it did. I went off on him about that later when I realized that wasn't right. But you know, like, I'm not the kind of person that just let stuff go and just smooth stuff over. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, we're gonna have to talk about what went wrong and how it ain't gonna go wrong again, so that we make sure this don't happen again. Because I'm not playing with you. I'm not gonna be fake and be like, okay, I forgive you, and just be holding it. I can't hold nothing to be around you.
Right.
So yeah, we worked through a lot. I mean, like, right. I mean, we actually talked the other day.
Oh, that's good. That's good. A lot of people don't reconcile. They kind of they let that be their motivation for doing whatever they do or the choices they make, and then they never come back and fix it.
At that point, it becomes an excuse to do it. To do what you're doing.
Well, I'm gonna say this about that. At that point in my life, it was funny because my daddy had came back into my life right when I started, and everybody was always wondering, how did you get all this stuff you got? I'm like, my student loan, my return, my check. What's they called? What's they called? The little check they give you? The refund check. Yeah, I'm living off the refund check. It was like, Okay. But like during that time, my daddy, I was actually experiencing men, and I was very disgusted with a lot of them. And I remember being upset one day, and he called me, and I was like, you know what? It's your fault. It's your fault. He's like, what you talking about? And so I told him, I'm like, I'm a stripper. You know?
Right.
He was
So
like, oh my God.
And he said,
Can you like break that down, that conversation, how it went from probably from 0 to 100 real quick, but can you
I'm
break
sure
it
it
down
did.
on that conversation,
Well-
how you were able to mend and make it better for you guys?
Well, actually, what happened was I realized that I was making a lot of money, but I was still in a lot of pain, and it was because like I was trying to think about what is it that I at that point I had no kids. My rent was what I made in a day every day, so I wasn't worried about being behind on no bills. And I just had money just stacking up, because I was kind of like a money hoarder. Like I didn't chop or nothing. Like I just kept the money, and I just put it in my safe, and put it in my closet. And I had like probably like it was an odd number. I think it was either $3,000 or $5,000. And I'm like, what do I was so sad. I was at home and I was sick. I was like, what is wrong? Like, what do I need to do? Like, what you want to eat, girl? You know what I mean? Buy whatever you want to eat. And I wasn't hungry. Go buy something. Like, I don't want that. I said, okay. Don't worry about how much you go raise the money. You can keep going to work and just get the money up. What do you want? And I wanted to be 7, and I wanted to be in my pajamas, and I wanted my daddy to read me a bedtime story. And I wept.
Yeah.
I cried. And I was just like, I can't have that. And I was like, you know what? I'm 19 now, and my daddy is calling me, and I can have it now. So I'm not going to, worry about the bedtime story. I'm not gonna worry about the pajamas, but I do want a relationship. I do want him to talk to me. I would want to be able to have a conversation with him and him comfort me some kind of way and him just be a daddy to me. You know, like he ain't dead. So, I mean, I can have it if I just go to him. So when I went to him, I was like, you know, I want a relationship, man, but I'm mad at you. You know what I'm saying? You left.
Right.
You dragged me. And I just went in. I just told him all the stuff that I felt. And he was just like, yeah, you're right. I'm like, I know I'm right.
I know that conversation.
And so he was like, well, I mean, do you forgive me? And I'm like, man, I want to. You know what I'm saying? But right now, I really don't want to slap your face, honestly. Really.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But like, he like, you better respect. I said, look, the only respect I'm giving you is because of how my mama taught me to be. And I'm just being real with you because I do want a relationship with you. But I need for you to like hear me. And then I need you to respond the way that you want. That you need to respond like you want a real relationship with me. So, of course, there was an apology, an authentic apology, which means that you telling me you're sorry, you telling me why you're sorry, you telling me how it's not going to happen and what you're going to do to make it up. So, when we did that part, I was like, all right, I guess I'll let it go. You know what I'm saying? And so we moved forward from that.
Yeah.
So you said that was right around the same time that you got into the game.
Yeah, I was 19.
So 19, you out of a relationship, starting a relationship with your pops, and now starting a new career. Where did you see yourself when you first started? How did you see it ending? What was your short-term goals? Like, or did you have
started? Well, okay, I actually did. I had a plan. My plan. Well, when my first day, I had a little job. You know what I'm saying? I had a job through my school. They was paying us and grading us. So I had a little or whatever. And my thing was like, if I make more money today than this in this envelope, I cashed my little check. I had put in an envelope. I said, if I make more money than this, I'm not going back to that little job. And I made more money than that, so I ain't go back. That was number one. So then after that, my plan was to actually be a closed captionist. So there's a person that's putting the words into the TV for the hearing impaired people. Like the words that come up on your screen is a person doing that.
Yeah.
So that's what I wanted to do. And you have to go to court reporting school to do that. So I went to court reporting school. They told me that all I had to do was get up to 225 words a minute. After I did that, I could graduate. And then I could go to closed caption school, which was 1 year. And then I would be able to do that. And that would get me between $70,000 to $80,000 the first year. I'm like, that's my plan. In the meantime, I'm gonna be partying.
Right.
So that was my plan, to get money at night, you know, and like just do the fast track court reporting school. And then when I got through with the school, I was gonna leave the dance and just start doing that. But then I left school because they was whack. So that didn't work.
right here, right quick. Let's take a small break for the calls. Listen, if you are in the broadcast now, thank you for joining us here at the Knucklehead Chronicles podcast. We are chopping it up with our guest today, Sayuri Timmons. Timon.
Changed it. Thank you. All right.
I did change it. So thank you guys for joining. If you have not yet shared the broadcast, please share the broadcast out, whether it be on YouTube, Facebook, Periscope, wherever you are. We are actually live also on Charm City Direct TV. E. Digger, who is the CEO over there, has allowed us to be a part of that. So if you are on Charm City, watch on Charm City, make sure you share the broadcast out. I got a little commercial I like to run here. Hold on 1 second. So I guess I can find it. Maybe. Hold on. Let's see. Oh, that's the intro. Maybe. Here we go. Hey, this is your boy Terry from the Knucklehead Chronicles podcast. Make sure you join the crew and me, Kevin Peoples, Ephraim Terrell, Dwayne Goodson, as we chop it up every single week with different topics. Listen, you can catch us the soundmachine.fm app on Live 365, or you can catch us live on Facebook every single Sunday at 5 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. Listen, you don't want to miss this show. It's quite awesome. And plus, I'm a pretty good host too. So enjoy the show. All right, and we are back. We're going to continue our conversation with our guest today. So, Dwayne.
Yeah, so it sounded like at this point in life, you're starting to heal. Not maybe heal's the wrong word, but you having something that you yearn for a while. The relationship with your pops that's starting around this time, and you're an adult now, and you're making lots of money, and you don't have any real issues as far as life goes. Was there a moment during this during this time that you said to yourself, by the age of whatever, I'm going to be out the game?
Well, my plan was to dance until I left court reporting school, and then got into captioning school, and was able, because see, after I left court reporting school, I was just going to work in the court and then, get money from that, and then go to captioning school, and then leave the court and then go and freelance and just be around doing work for hearing impaired, and just kind of, I don't really know what my plan was. I just knew that was kind of the rough plan. But it just started to become too much after all of the just the propositions every day, like people talking about going home with them and all this stuff. I'm like, why? You know what? It was a lot.
So was that the norm?
It became the norm. I didn't know nothing. I mean, I was a kid. I'm like, I just trying to get naked. I didn't even know you had to get naked till I got there, and I was like, oh, okay, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Do like
at first, I didn't know what a table dance was. I just thought you had to get on the stage. I didn't know nothing about nothing until I got there.
Oh, so you had to do the funky Y2C on stage, clothes on?
Put a.
I mean, it was. Go ahead. Who?
Let me imagine though, like in the strip club though. Talk to me about like that mama that be at the strip club that I'm hearing that everybody got. Just in case my wife watching, it's just what I heard. And then let me know, do strippers hate men?
I think they learn to hate men at that point.
No, I'm saying like the strippers you get around.
I'm gonna say this.
They have a hate for them.
Let me say this. Any self-respecting person, you can't hate somebody and then hope that somebody you get love back. So when and I'm just gonna speak for me. I will say that a lot of women in the industry, but they become very manipulative, and they don't want to be around a man that can't manipulate. I'll say that. But I will say for me, yeah, she said a bit disgusted. Yeah, that's disgusted and indifference. You can put that comment up there. I don't want to speak for everybody. I just want to speak for myself and just say that I understand, even with me coming into my relationship with my daddy, that men are human beings and they're not perfect. You know what I'm saying? Something wrong with them. It's a lot of stuff wrong with them. So I started to actually look at them as humans. Then it felt like they were able to humanize me too. But when I start treating people like they just money, then they treat you like you just a hoe. So it's kind of like it go back and forth. So if I go up to somebody, I'm like, you want to dance? Give me some money, you know, and they start talking to you any kind of way. You talking to them any kind of way.
Right.
But if you go up to somebody and you're like, hey, how you doing? You know, my name is so and so. I know you just got here. I'm gonna send a waitress over here. I know you need something to drink. Y'all probably hungry. You know, just introducing myself in a way where I'm recognizing that you're a human. You're not here just for me, just to do what I want you to do. I know it's like the grown folks Chuck E. Cheese. You know what I'm saying? You got to get in here and settle. You know what I'm saying?
Never heard it put that way.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what it was
That's what
when
it
I
is,
got
though.
there.
No, for real.
When I got there, but I mean, because people came and the men came and like, oh my God, we gonna get some dances. Like they was excited. You know what I'm saying? Like they was excited to be there, because they knew they was gonna get entertained. So it's like, okay, we know that's gonna happen. I ain't gotta pressure you. I didn't put no pressure. I mean, I know I'm the best dancer in here. You know what I'm saying? So I need to be simple and
still competing, man.
I thought it was a contest when I got there.
Yeah.
And my whole thing is, I deserve a chance because I'm the best. Okay? Period. Yeah. And so I'm not hating you because I need enough to pay me. So I can't hate you. Like, why would I be mad? That's how Brett, how I feel.
Brett, so the men that you had, and let me know if I'm stepping on your toes, but the men that was in I forget the men. I get you. They indifferent. I'm with it. I just wondered if y'all saw them different. Could you confirm two things for me? I'm hearing the mama of the house. They always have like the head stripper, the OG. Is she there? And what kind of role does she really play? And could you talk about that trend with the women at the strip club now?
Okay, so there used to be a time where it went to be escorted by men to come into the club as Atlanta. And I never got it until they stopped making that be a thing. Oh my God. They come in there just sitting up eating wings and looking and laughing and getting beat up. But anyway, so the house mom, her role is to have the things that everybody needs. You just got all the tampons and the stuff and just everything that you need in the back. Gotcha. You pay her, you tip her. And it's just like the man when you go in the bathroom and he trying to wipe your hands for you and stuff. You're like, man, I'm good. I'm all right. Or you let him wipe it, you give him $1 or whatever. That's how it was for me. Now it's kind of like it's like a forced tip. Like they make right now the game is just dead. It's dying. It's on life support.
So who winning? The stripper or the club? Who?
The club.
House wins.
House always wins.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Isn't it to where the strippers had to pay? I think they had to pay in order to be. They had to give like a house tip.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So
it's on the dancer back.
Got you. So since we're there and we're talking about them and those, I'm not going to ask you to name names, but being that Atlanta is like the ambassador for or the starship or the standard for strip clubs, how often would you see somebody that everybody saw or everybody knew, and then how often did you encounter people that nobody would think would be there?
I'm gonna say this: your girl was green. I'm greener than your back. Your back. I ain't know nobody. Okay, all I know is who gonna give me some money. That's all I care about. I really don't. I actually got into it with one of the men from Jagged Edge. He was like, "Do you know who I am?" I said, "Do you know who I am?" Like it was crazy because one of them dudes. Yeah, and
they're known for being thirsty.
Oh yeah.
Oh well, I ain't say that. But look, this the thing. So when me and him got into it, I was just like, "Why you not spending no money? Like, why are you just sitting in here looking?" Right. And he told me, "You know me?" I said, "No, do you know me?" And it was like, yeah. Almost every time I had an interaction with somebody famous, I never knew until they was gone.
Okay. Like $1 Bill on Player Club. Oh, they in here.
So well, let me ask you. So you did mention you have your profession now, right? Which is no longer dancing, but you're a professional. And would you compare what you do now
the person
to being
that
an actual life coach?
Mm-hmm.
He actually said, "Don't mush her." Ashley said, "Don't mush her." So, Miss Timmons, I'm not sure if I lost you.
Yeah, she'll be back in a second.
Just got the froze thing.
So guys, until she come back, I thought we had her for a second.
Yeah.
Am I back?
Okay,
now?
you're back.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
You're back.
I was about to say, man, because it showed me that I'm not on. Okay, so I just want to read this right here because it's very good. Okay, there's a population of men who frequent strip clubs because they feel they're helping.
Mm-hmm.
They're regulars and they're doing the right thing by helping another human pay bills in the economy. Come on, Ashley, help me answer these questions, ma'am. So I feel like she was typing it when you was talking about like, do they hate do strippers hate men? Yeah, it's like, you know what? It's like the people that always want to they want to position themselves somewhere in your life, but it's not authentic. It's only from a needing position or standpoint. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's very manipulative. Yeah. It's very predatory.
Yeah.
And it's very creepy.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Nasty.
But that's the vibe I always peep, that they were like, it's like you say, a dude you just met tonight talking about taking you out of here. I pay for this. Don't worry about this. You ain't got to dance no more. Blah blah blah. You know that can come, but dudes naturally can come off creepy though. It's kind of what we do sometimes.
Have you ever had that experience?
Not everybody. Not everybody.
Not all. But I'm saying, like,
creepy, then you're right.
Yeah.
If you're creepy, but if you're not, then you're not. You know what I mean? Like, you're just gonna talk to somebody like they're a regular person.
So have you ever dated somebody in the strip club?
I did.
All right. How did they come off? How did they come off?
Super duper creepy.
Wow.
Yeah.
You said super and duper, just so you guys.
I said super duper turbo creepy, actually.
Yeah.
Because
break that down.
Out of there.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Well, he asked me for my phone number. I told him I already had somebody, and he was like, he still gave it to me, and I just threw it away. I was like, no, I just threw it. I'm like, I'm gonna throw your card away for you. Clearly, you don't want it. I just told you I got somebody. So it was about a year of that.
Ooh, he was
persistent.
So now, did he show up while you were working? Did he trip? Was it any of that?
No, the ex-boyfriend when I tried to get away from him did, but let's not talk about that.
Yeah, we can leave that. We can leave that to next episode.
We can leave that.
Me and AD did a podcast some years ago. Well, last year, with the Buzz we talked, and we talked about that creepy dude that won't leave. Like, dude, she don't want you. Why would you never get to him? That's another podcast.
So why brought so the ex-boyfriend, he just didn't want to see with nobody else.
Oh, no. Well, my car was real toe up, and it was outside. Like, I had like one of a kind cars.
You know it.
And it was outside the club. Yeah, and he was like, ah! I was like, oh my god. Yeah. I was in the DJ booth.
Oof.
Oh my god.
I had
him and the husband met up.
Oh no! This is when I first started. So
okay.
Yeah.
So how your husband got off super duper creepy, but he still got you though? What made you give in?
Because he came from there.
And I guess he understood. He understood the. And I always tell I tell friends, if you're gonna get into a line of business with someone that has a background of dancing or what have you, if you don't understand that person, it's not gonna come off. You're not gonna last. And I guess your husband has lasted because he understands.
That's my that's my ex-husband. But he got it. He got it, and then he didn't get it. So let's move on from that. Let's go. We got a lot to cover.
Let me read
that one in the back.
All my folks that are on the audio portion of this, this is a Facebook live stream, so I do read comments off the screen. So I'm going to read one.
No.
We're gonna circle back to that.
So as you said, speaking with what Miss Sayeri just said, that's like me. I'm trying to stop dating guys I meet at bars because it's so tempting. And she put like 8 O's on that. So tempting because that liquid courage makes them say the smoothest things, but when they sober, you're a creep.
Yes, sir.
So great comment.
Dudes be trying to stand out, man. It's 10 strippers and 50 dudes. Everybody here promise you the same thing. Money and all this stuff.
That. I see it like the guys just practicing. They just practicing to see what works. You know what I mean? Yeah. But then at the same time, because a girl really can't you can't really diss a man when you need their money. So you like okay, like they just get to say stupid stuff to you. You be like, okay,
all right. I'm gonna give guy code right quick. I'm probably gonna get struck down for it, but I'm gonna give guy code right quick.
That's real tough.
So when men, I'm sorry, Dwayne, but I gotta do it. So when men in this situation, they're going to a strip club, it's remember the song from Mr. Don't Play? From the Mr. Don't Play album, Don't Save Her, She Don't Want to Be Saved. He was really speaking on those Project Pat, exactly. He was really speaking on these men that are trying to go in and be Captain Saver,
I mean,
but
actually,
at the same time,
honestly,
you have a lot of those men.
Break it down.
And they truthful. Ain't nothing wrong with that. You know what I'm saying?
Keep it real.
Just have enough to do it. Don't be just talking about what you're gonna do and then you can't.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
and then
see what you gotta know, what you signing up. No, but see, now it ain't about saying only Jesus saves. I know that part.
Exactly.
But I'm gonna say this: Jesus saves, but if you're gonna try to give me something, don't come at me with a little bit and then thinking that you done did something.
Yeah, here go 2 drinks.
Oh my God, sir! You need to do some background check. You need to figure out what her lifestyle is before
you
gonna
save her. Take you to
you know what I'm saying? Is your pockets really deep enough to do the thing that you're saying you want to do?
Because you
can have all the heart.
Yeah.
You can have the heart.
Yeah.
That might not be enough. And she don't want that. That ain't what we talking about. That's why the people on Jenny Jones got left on the stage.
Yeah.
Aha.
Yes.
Hey.
So we got a few more minutes left in the podcast. Listen, what I want to do now, that's if I can, let's shift gears just a little bit. So Ms. Timmons, at what moment did you say, I'm done with this?
I did that 3 times.
So
which time?
The final time. Let's go with the final
straw. Who was the final straw that made you say, I'm so over this. I'm done. And now being a what moment was that? What moment was that?
It was a few moments. It was the moments where I was like, I would black out and realize that I did not stab somebody, and I'm like, wow, I thought I did. Like it would. It was just so much of my mental health at risk and other people's safety. They were not safe, and they did not know that. I was like, I should probably just leave. I should probably just go before I actually hurt somebody. I have choked a man before. You know what I mean? Like he it just wasn't right. Like he came at me completely wrong, Lord. And
choked a man.
I responded because when this is what you got to understand. Women who dance, they experience the most rejection that you could ever humanly experience on a daily basis. You know what I'm saying? You walk around all day to you want to dance? No, you hear no all day. And look at what you offering. I'm offering to get naked and dance. You telling me no? You think that ain't gonna do nothing to her? You don't even if it does destroy her self-esteem, it just make her mad because she's trying to get some money. You know what I'm saying?
So
for me,
no man thinks about that. I'm with Ephraim. No man thinks about that.
Man, I'm gonna tell you what make you think about it. When I charge $5 for no and $10 for yes, because you're gonna have to pay me either way. I got to get my little money.
I'll get choked.
Whoa, did you say $5 for no?
Look, you got options.
Hey,
$5 or $10. The option is yours.
$5 for a no, and you will never see me again, or 10 a song.
How long you was in the
yes or no?
How long you was in the game? How long you was in the game?
For 14 years straight. I mean, off and on, like not straight.
But yeah, on your breakups, on your 3 breakups, what's like your longest stint before you went back to it?
Like 7 years, and that's the other part. Like so much stuff changed, and I'm back. I'm like, oh my God, what is happening? Every time I went back, I didn't know what was going on. I'm like, whoo, why you ain't in the VIP with all that? I turned to somebody, grandma, straight up, girl, get off that man's lap. Oh my God, girl, you child. And I just, I was like, I can't work here. I can't work.
So you didn't like the whole transition to much what it is now, or it was just terrible for you. You was like,
I'm just gonna say
wash
this.
my hands.
When I started, people were not allowed to touch me. I was not allowed to touch them.
Right.
Okay. I was not expected to do the whole bunch of stuff. The only thing that bothered me in the beginning was people trying to like take me outside of the environment, and that was starting to creep me out.
That's very
now creepy. when I left and came back, people touching folks and stuff. I said, "Oh Jesus!" And then they touch me. I'm like, "Hold on," you know what I'm saying? It's like you can't do that and get money.
Every time you came back, it was the money that drew you. You hit a hard time and like, let me go make easier money.
Yeah, basically.
That's that fast track that you was talking about earlier. You know,
Yeah, really because I had 3 jobs at one point. I was like, man, guess what? I know how to go get some money. I ain't got to do it. I don't have to do this.
I ain't got to do it.
You didn't have to wait for a written check. Hey, the cash in hand right here.
Listen,
instead of waiting for that bi-weekly wasn't working for you.
What we talking about on your best week, and what's the low on your worst week?
I don't know. I was just a person I just wanted to be very consistent, you know, like I turned down more money than I made, honestly, because that's what it got to. It's like, listen, this is what I got to have for my bills. Okay. I need to find somebody who want me to dance, and they know they can't touch me. That's what I'm trying to do. And I'm gonna make that work. Okay. I'm not going after no money. All the money in here, not mine. Okay. I'm going after the money that's here for me. I'm here to find the person who's excited to be here because they want to see some dancing. They're going to pay me. And when their money run out, they're going to get out the door. That's all I want. I don't want nothing past that. I don't want nobody to fall in love with me. I don't want nobody to be regular. I don't want nobody to come back and see me. I don't want none of that. Okay. I need you to pay me until you ain't got no more money. And now I need you to get out. And then I need for somebody who with some more money to come and sit in this seat and give me some money. But if you want me to sit on your lap, you want me to do this and that, I can't.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to find a person. Like it's like in the beginning, in like 2001, it has nothing to do with what I did in 2014 at all.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because you can't go about it the same way. It's like, okay, let me explain something to you. When I dance for you, do not touch me. Oh my God. See, go, bye. And I'm like, see, you know what? Y'all need Jesus. Y'all need the Lord.
And I know he's trying to move on to you, but I'm just saying, let me ask you one more last thing. Getting through the stress of it all, did you see a lot of the heavy drinking, a lot of heavy drugs? Did you yourself have to take it?
Throw up while they was asleep? I saw somebody throw up while they was passed out. I almost died, like choking on their throw up, and they had to like roll her over. I was like, note to self, don't drink. Yeah. You know, I seen the girl smoke something and just slide down the wall. I'm like, note to self, don't smoke. You know what I mean? Like I'm looking around, I'm just like, I'm scared, but I stayed sober. That's what was so frightening, because everybody else was like out of their mind doing their thing. And I'm trying to be myself there. You know what I'm saying? Calling myself another name, but I ain't changed nothing but just my name. I didn't drink or alter nothing to get right to go up in there. You know what I mean? Like I was wide open, and I have a very good memory, which kind of why I developed the anxiety, depression, PTSD, all of this stuff. I had a peeping Tom. I had a whole bunch of crazy stuff happen, which gave me very good reason to drink and smoke, but I feel like that was gonna make it work. Then I did start smoking, but I was scared to smoke at work. I smoke when I get home. Yeah. I smoke weed when I get home. But just to try to calm down. But I mean, you're not in control of how weed make you feel. Like sometimes you smoke and get more paranoid. So I'm like, this is defeating the purpose.
You had anxiety working at this, you know, being a dance, had anxiety building up, and you had to
without having any language for any of that, without having any language, no definitions, no. Yeah, I didn't know what was going on. I lost my mind. Like I literally went crazy for about a month. Like I literally wore a ski mask everywhere I went.
Yeah. Hey, last question on everything. How did your family take you with the stripping? I know you said your mama was
I told my mama the first day. What'd
she say?
She was like, okay. I was like, Mama, oh my God. What happened was I was late coming back home, and she was like, girl, where you been? You know you in trouble. I was like, Mama, let me show you something. Opened up my bag. I took the shoe out, the clear shoe, the stripper shoe. I put that on the bed, and I put all the money next to it. I was like,
There you go.
There it is. There it is. Take that.
And she was like, what? I said, Mama.
Bills are paid.
I'm like, Mama, I had so much fun. Oh my God.
Let's go.
She told me, she said, listen, I know how I raised you, or you know what to do. You know, she said, I don't know what go on in there, but you know, you need to only be dancing. I ain't raised you like that. God can see you everywhere you at. I can't see you in there, but God can see you. I said, true. Got you. Got it. I'm like, Ma, I wasn't doing nothing.
She raised you with some morals and at least, you know.
He was like, look, I know you can dance. I know you can dance. And I know I can't say nothing for you to not get this money, period. And I just need you to know God see you. So
just be responsible,
just make sure,
in other words. Yeah.
Right.
So where before, because we are getting close to that time, and before we get out of here, I want you to talk about at least two of your books, scriptures for strippers, and then scriptures for ex-strippers. But before we get to that point, and you can go ahead and parlay the answer into the first book, scripture for strippers. Where was your God point? Where was your Damascus road, so to speak, when Jesus knocks Paul off of the horse and say, "Hey, why are you persecuting my church?" What was that point for you that was like, you know what, God, I've ran long enough. It's time now.
Well, I was kind of on that road the whole time, honestly, y'all. I was just going back. I'm like, Lord, but I'm trying to get the little money. You know, I just kept saying it. It was like, that's what happens. I mean, you can go there, but this is what you're going to continually face. You can't change that environment. You know what I mean? I literally started a dancer union for strippers. You know what I'm saying? I wanted it to be like a real thing, and it wasn't to fight. So that's when Scriptures for Strippers came. I wanted to make sure that I was taking care of my mental health, just because I kept having breakdowns. Like, I couldn't go in public. I couldn't do stuff. You know, it had changed me. It changed who I was. It wasn't that I hated guys, it was people, period. I mean, just think about how women treat you after they find out you're a dancer. I mean, it's not just, it's not just guys. People feel like you're trying to steal their man. It's like, girl, I don't want your man. I ain't want my own man. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't even have a man. I don't want that. Like, I need everybody, man. Go to the club and give me some money. That's what I need. I don't need a relationship.
Right.
Yeah, it's like, I'm not trying, and it's like everybody's insecurities will come out. It was just a lot. But honestly, I guess the short answer would be, my son came to me, told me that he hate work, because I would cry before I go to work. He's like, what's wrong? And he's like, when I grew up, I'm never going to work. And I'm like, see, I got to get my life together. You know, I can't make my son not want to go to work.
Yeah.
And it was actually a time when I went to Bible study, and my pastor said that we need to have a scripture for every area of our life where the enemy attacks us. So I was like, you know what? Yeah. And I just made a list, and basically all of the places I was being attacked was at work. So I just thought about all of the different scenarios that I came into as a stripper, and what did God say about it? And so that's where Scriptures for Strippers came from. First, it was a blog. Then, as I developed it, I was like, this needs to be more like a journal. You know what I mean? Like a book, like a workbook. And so I started putting all of this. I started listing everything that I go through every day in the book, and just trying to like allow God to minister to me about that situation, even down to haters, predatory customers, the club management. But yeah, so the Scriptures for Strippers is a guide through your whole journey. Like, if you want to start, if you in it, and if you want to leave, that's what Scriptures for Strippers covers. It's what, like 41 chapters. And Scriptures for Ex-Strippers is actually a book that is the same format. Is basically telling you what you're dealing with as a person who used to dance, but also giving you scriptures from the Bible, and it's putting it in there because people ain't gonna open their Bible, about what it is that God is saying about this situation that you're in as you leave, and as you try to keep it in your past. Because if you don't have a plan, clearly, right? Because it took me 3 times. If you don't have a plan after you leave, you're gonna end up back in there. So that's kind of the way to keep people focusing on God being their provider, and just knowing Him on a level where He is all of the things that a lot of women make men be, and also help them to. As Scriptures for Ex-Strippers is for mental health recovery too. helping people get their goals and all of these different things to move forward. Even at the end of Scriptures for Strippers, there's a place for you to make goals and just at least try to keep up with what it is you're trying to accomplish while you're there. Figure out what church you want to go to. It's a place in there for you to keep up with all the different churches you visit, keep up with who invited you, and what was your experience, if you're gonna go back, what you like, what you didn't like. Just a whole bunch of stuff that these books have, just to make sure that women can have their own relationship and their own connection to God. Just because a lot of people who want to minister to women who used to dance or who are in the industry, they make it seem like they don't have what it takes to have their own relationship. Like they need somebody from church to pray for them. They need somebody to like a liaison or something, like somebody that's going to put a prayer up for them. You know what I mean? Like I teach people that they can pray. I'm always introducing folks to the Lord. I'm like, this is the Lord. This is you. He already know you. I'm just letting you know who he is. And then giving you some script. This is what he said about you. Like, depending on what we talk about, me and that lady, depending on what the situation is, I'm letting them know what God said about it. And hey, this is how you can encourage yourself in the word. You can encourage yourself. Proverbs, Psalms, you know what I'm saying? Go straight there. Read something. Encourage yourself. Stop calling people. Stop putting everybody in your business. Stop acting like everybody hating on you when you really need to be talking to the Lord. And don't call me every time you need something. You know what I mean? It's not about making sure you got somebody to call. It's just knowing that you can call on the Lord at any point, regardless of what's going on. The Bible says that he will come to you wherever you're at. Okay. Just know that only the enemy is going to make you feel like he can't come and that he ain't going to show up for you.
Right.
So if you ever hear, and I have literally had people tell me from church, from street, God ain't in here. I'm not getting ready to argue with you about where your God is at. I'm talking about mine. Okay. I'm not concerned about what you feel about your God. I'm talking about the one with the big G, the omnipotent one, the one that's in every place at the same time. He's with me. And it's proof because I haven't slapped your face. You see what I'm saying? So it's like, it's some things
why you want to fight so much?
I have a lot of anger. There's a lot of anger there. But I mean, it's just like, a lot of times when people come at me, it's kind of like if I'm actually showing you that there is a God, because if it wasn't, I would be doing some stuff that I'm thinking about. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm honoring God by like ministering and saying some things he's telling me to say. Otherwise, if you ain't got no money to give me, I wouldn't even be talking to you anyway. Perfect. And if you keep getting disrespectful with me, you'll be leaking a hole in your eye or something. Because
furniture moving.
I know that's right. Well, listen, Miss Sawyer, what I want you to do is that you are going to close out our show here in a little bit. You have the final thought before we get out of here. But before we get out of here, though, there's one of my favorite parts of the show we're going to get into. Now it's time for the Knucklehead of the Week with your host, D. Good. Well, actually, this week it's me because D Good decided that he hosted the show today. So my Knucklehead of the Week goes to everybody who has, and this is kind of piggybacking off of Say It With Your Chest with Kevin. All the folks that are Siskel and Ebert, the second coming, they have something to say about Coming to America, the movie. Listen, listen, y'all. All of you guys that made that, everybody has an opinion about it, but you can't make an idiotic comment and try to keep everybody else from watching something. I've read some posts and some comments, and people just, well, I don't like it because it wasn't like the first one. It's not. It's not the same movie. You got to understand.
The first one, I didn't have no facial hair, and I had dreads or cornrows at least.
Listen to me, man. Coming to America happened 30 years ago. 30. Okay. Eddie Murphy called lightning in a bottle with that movie. I mean, I think he was at the height of his comedy career. He was the guy, at the time that movie came out. So anything he did was gold. He was like Midas, right? So I know you guys can expect for the second movie that was 30 years removed And it was to make you feel like warm and toasty. Now there are some parts of that movie, and if you have not watched that movie yet, please go to Amazon Prime and watch it. I'm not going to spoil it, but there are some parts in that movie, and my favorite part of the movie. I don't know about you, Kev. Dwayne, have you seen it yet?
Nah, not yet.
E from you?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Don't do it.
One of the favorite parts of the movie for me was when they went back to the barbershop.
Yeah.
And he walked in there. He was like, "Hey, it's Coochie Kid."
Oh, they asked about the child support.
I mean, my knuckleheads of the week are the ones that had and talking people out of watching the movie. Don't watch that. It's garbage. Stop it. It's a different time.
Different time.
Enjoy the movie for what it is now. There's a lot of things that they hit on in the movie that's pertaining to today. You know what I'm saying? So it wasn't 30 years ago. They had some flashbacks. You know, they had Louis Anderson in there. I think he made it to Fries. I'm not sure if he did.
I thought Louis was dead, as a matter of fact.
If you remember the last time we saw Louis Anderson, he was cutting cabbage. Remember? He was cutting lettuce. Cutting lettuce. And
he was trying to move up to the cash register, wasn't he?
Start rolling in. Come on. I mean, so it's not the first one, but it's good. It's all in itself. So y'all stop. Be quiet. If y'all like, and then especially if you spoilers out here that are saying this negative stuff, and people haven't seen it yet, so you keep people from seeing it with your negative comment. Hush.
I'm gonna hire Miss Smith to go out and do some bounty hunting for some people.
Oh, she's not ready to smack somebody already.
Hey, look, now, she over there chillaxing in her Jehovah Shalom mood, and you trying to bring it back out of try to.
You know, it's just cat, bro. She can't fight and dance.
Yeah, I believe she can fight. I believe she can fight and dance.
Hey, look, have you ever seen a clog?
She just talking.
Have you ever seen a clog?
She had them on since the 4th grade, bro.
But do you know what one of them would do to your head?
No. Hey, Ephraim, you see she pulled down the glasses, right? I just
that's
a little country right there. That's a little country right there.
All right, so
that's the Auntie Smith right there.
We're gonna go ahead and get out of here. But before we do,
call the woman Auntie.
Miss Timmons, before we go, I want you to give the final thought. Give us a final thought before you go. Tell people how they can reach you. I got your website and stuff information posted up, so it'll be under the bottom of you while you're talking. But I want you to give us your final thought. I'm gonna give you a single screen, and we'll go from there. Okay. Whenever you're ready.
Okay. I just want to thank y'all for the opportunity of speaking with y'all. If you know anybody who is struggling to leave the lifestyle of adult entertainment, there is no judgment at Mass Exodus Life Coaching and Peer Support. I work with organizations. If you are an organization and you want somebody to come in and help you with the women that you serve, please reach out to me on my website. And also for the people who want to judge people and kind of keep God from people who are looking to change their life, I want to ask you, if you're not willing to share God, who do you actually work for? You need to ask yourself, who is it that I represent if I can't introduce somebody to Christ? You can't be so on fire for God that the only thing you do is burn everybody to a crisp with a flamethrower. You know what I'm saying? You're not on fire for the Lord, and that's not showing God anything if you're not able to unify the body. And also, a lot of times people forget that we all have been in a place, where it's not been the most desirable. But I do want to put something out and just, for you to think about. If you never found yourself face to face with the devil, y'all probably going the same direction. That's it.
Well, look at that.
What a quotable.
Well, again, Miss Timmons, thank you so much for coming in today. I really appreciate you, because you could have been in 1,000 different places, but you decided to come in and hang out with us today. So I appreciate you. I want to thank my fellas for always coming through. Dwayne, thank you for having Miss Timmons. Come on, last year you said yeah, because but So I always want to give you guys updates on the next show. Next week's show is going to be absolutely, I don't know if it'll be as good as this one, but it's going to be an absolutely great show. I would guess next week. I'm not going to reveal who that guest is until Thursday.
I already know.
Maybe. But a lot of people that watch us don't know. But I won't reveal till Thursday, but make sure you're in next week. We're going to have our special guest on next week. And then next Sunday, not the Sunday coming, the next Sunday, we're going to have Pastor Gregory and Michelle Mostella on here talking about love languages. So that one's going to be dedicated to Kevin, because Kevin's ready to get married and all that. So what? What's your mouth for? What's your mouth for?
All right. I'll take it with a grain of salt and all.
What's your mouth for? All right. So we want to thank you guys for coming in.
Really go for the country.
Hey, Simmons, don't hang up. Don't hang up. Stay on the.
Don't hang up.
Stay on the.
All right.
Okay.
So I'm gonna get out of here. You guys have a great rest of your Sunday. We'll see you next week. Make sure that if you have subscribed to the podcast, that will go live on probably tomorrow morning or Tuesday morning. So make sure you look out for that. And have a great one. All right. Wait, if I can find it. Where is it?